Hello, YouTube Sphere! Welcome to another Arkham Horror LCG mission. Today we are playing Where Doom Awaits from the Dunwich Legacy, and if you have just joined us in the middle of this campaign, I implore you to go back to the beginning and start from the very first one, because this is very much a narrative scenarios, a series of scenarios, a big old narrative campaign. It's a fun game, and in the first couple of scenarios, I explain how the game works and things like that. If you've just joined me right now, you're getting into more of a brutal experience, but sure, why not, you know, why not? So, here we are in the Dunwich Legacy, and when we last left, we had basically tried to fight a bunch of massive invisible monsters that had been rampaging through the village of Dunwich, and we failed. Unfortunately, we had to run away screaming because there was just too many of them, and they were too big. They were towering. They were towering, too towerful. Whatever that means. So they were just too big. There was too many of them. I couldn't handle it. I ran away. And now we're here. Now we're going to find out what's happening next. So I have, in the meantime, spent some XP. And now we're going to be going into Where Doom Awaits. We're in the penultimate scenario of the campaign. We're getting very, very close to the end. So let's get some of the voice acting going, guys. Let's find out what the hell's going on. Okay. You awaken to the sound of screeching. Fearing the worst, you grab your equipment and head out into the streets of Dunwich. As soon as you step outside, you sense a foulness in the cold night air, an awful pungent smell that can scarcely be described, and a heaviness to the atmosphere that makes it difficult to breathe. The citizens of Dunwich have sealed their doors, and the town feels quiet and lonesome. In the distance, a faint glow emanates from a hilltop above the village. You know of this hill from both your interactions with Zebulon and Armitage's records. It is called Sentinel Hill. The tales speak of satanic rites being performed there, rites in which great ritual pyres light up the night sky while the ground rumbles furiously below. Flocks of whippoorwills perch on the rooftops of the village around you, watching ominously as you climb inside Zebulon's old and beat-up truck. Really, Lily Chen can drive. I don't know, she just didn't seem like the type of person. She seems like she's emerged from, like, a monk's monastery. I just never thought that she would have, like, driven a truck. It's a very odd image to me. As you drive towards Sentinel Hill, more screeching fills the sky with an awful pitch that is painful to your ears. Everything you have read about and experienced in Dunwich has led to this. I don't like that. If the foul ritual Seth seeks to perform has anything to do with what Armitage and his colleagues have prevented several months back, it involves the favor of an ancient creature, Yog Sothoth. Failing to stop this ritual may spell doom, not only to Dunwich, but for the entire world. Okay. Check campaign log if Naomi has the investigators back. No, I don't think so. I don't think that she does. I don't know who Naomi is, and we didn't get that. Oh. Is that it then? Otherwise, skip the setup. Okay, sure. Okay, so we gather all the cards, put the base of the hill. Okay, remove one copy of Diverging Path from the game, and then set the other 3 out of play. Sure thing, Chief. What the hell? Okay, this is... Get out of here! We don't like your kind. And then, remove one copy of Alter Path at random, and then get rid of it. Okay, whoa! Get out of here! We don't like your kind. Okay. Seth, sure. Based on your difficulty, add the following chaos tokens to the chaos bag. Sure, we get a -5. We're playing on standard. I guess we get a -5. Awesome. Not great, but not the worst thing in the entire world, I suppose. All things considered. Is there still a chaos token in here? Yeah, there. Oh my god, there's 3. There's 3 chaos tokens in there. That's not right. That's not what was meant to be in there. Delete these 2. Okay. Depending on the following circumstances, a different version of Act 2 should be used in this scenario. Okay. If the investigators restored Silas, use version 1. If it's not true, if they fail to recover the Necronomicon, use version 2. Right. I think I failed the... Yeah, I failed to recover the Necronomicon. Yeah. Yeah, so we're using... we're getting rid of, is it Act 2? Yeah, it's Act 2. So we're getting rid of this. Is there a version 3? Yeah. So we get rid of that. We don't need those. Man, I think a lot of decisions that have happened, and like I think our poor play so far and our inability to prevent the apocalypse will really come back to haunt us now. Check the campaign log for each brood of Yuggoth that escaped into the wild. Add 1 Doom. It was 3. Great, so we add 3 Doom to this, to the agenda. And then check the campaign log. If the investigators put Silas out of his misery, remnants of the creature's body have mutated and grown. Oh my god. Put 1 conglomeration of spheres enemy from the hideous abominations encounter set into play at ascending path. Shuffle the rest into the encounter deck. Oh, okay. Where is it? We put ascending path. Great. The conglomeration of spheres. And then we shuffle the rest into the encounter deck. Excellent. And then there we go. We're ready to go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. I'll be honest. It feels like we kind of got a lot of bad things there. Like a lot of really bad things just happened. I think that we kind of got boned a little bit. Okay, let's do this. Yog Sothoth knows the gate. Yog Sothoth is the gate. Maybe she will kick it. Street Fighter vibes with Chun-Li. Fortunately, being unable to prevent the apocalypse won't haunt you for very long. Good point, Geomancer. Thanks a lot for that. It's making me feel better. Yeah, for sure. Doom does indeed await, says Ryan. Hey there, Ryan. I got this. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's go into this briefly. Our entire Lily Chen was born to stop the apocalypse. She was born to stop the apocalypse. So let's do it. Let's change the music. Is there a Yog Sothoth tune? Let's see. Let's see if there's a Yog Sothoth one. In the meantime, as you approach Sentinel Hill, you hear ancient Latin rites bellowed across the night. The time for action has come. If you cannot stop the sorcerers in Dunwich, who knows what terrors they might unleash into the wild. Oh my goodness. That's pretty spooky. So we're trying to stop the, there's a lot of songs. So we're trying to stop like that's Azathoth, Nyarlathotep. No, it looks like there's not. That's very sad. So we're trying to stop a ritual that ends the world. Great. A vibrant arcane energy fills the air with a bone-rattling chill. The energy swirls along the crushed trail before you and seeps down several other paths before disappearing. When the investigators have collected the number of clues... Okay, so we need 2 clues. Okay. So I'm guessing we start on the base of the hill. Is what I'm guessing. Each investigator begins play at the base of the hill. Okay, cool. So I think I have to draw my deck first, and then I do all this. So let's do that. Right, what do we get? We got an enchant weapon, which would be really nice if we had our weapon. We got Uncase the Soul, allows us to pop out 6 cents. We got a 6 cents, a Shriveling, a Voice of Ra. To be honest, guys, I feel kind of good about this. A Shriveling. Will it be able to take this dude on? 2, 4, 6. Yeah, it will, actually. It will, actually. It'd be pretty good. Wait, hold on. Hold on. After you perform an attack against the conglomeration of spheres using a melee card, discard that card. This thing will eat our hammer! This thing will eat our Cyclopean hammer! What the hell? Oh, did the stream go down? Did the stream go down? Very sorry, guys. Network error. Not very good at all. Hopefully it's all working now. Luckily, I don't think they... At least for the YouTube, folks, didn't go down at all. Didn't know if it was me or the stream. My internet has been iffy all day, says Beauregard. Okay, well, hopefully we're back. We're doing okay now. I'll give it a minute. I'll just give it a minute for people to join again. How is the experience of playing on Tabletop Simulator versus the physical cards, says Eduwet. So, as always, I think, with these things, the physical cards is funner. It just is. You know, being able to, like, shuffle the cards and stuff like that is just, like, a ton of fun. There's just a certain amount of tangibility with these games. For sure. So I'll always, like, my preference is, if possible, I will play physically. Tabletop Simulator is great, though, because it kind of does a lot of the setup. You can, like, get between scenarios, like, very quickly, compared to whenever you are, whenever you're playing physically, like, having to set up all this stuff and assemble the encounter decks and things takes absolutely forever. Whereas with this, it's just like, boom, done in a second. And that is so nice. That's so goddamn nice. For real. But this is kind of one of those things where I don't think that Tabletop Simulator could ever replace... even with the access to all the cards and all the scenarios, I would never say that Tabletop Simulator could replace the actual physical game. Because whenever you play it on Tabletop Simulator, I do think it makes you hanker for some of the physical games. Because I first played this game on Tabletop Simulator, and I really enjoyed it, and then I started buying the physical library, and now I own almost everything for Arkham Horror. It's one of those things that I think that a lot of companies are worried about people playing their games on Tabletop Simulator, and that you might pirate it, in a sense. Like, that's how they kind of view it, right? That you would be spending money on Arkham Horror, but you've got it on Tabletop Simulator, so you don't. But I think, honestly, the opposite is true. Most people who play the game digitally will then go on to play it physically, for sure. And I think that goes for, like, basically most tabletop games. Because most tabletop games are just funner when you're playing it with people physically. They just are, you know? So, yeah. Although I will say that streaming it, if I were streaming it, I would always stream it on Tabletop Simulator. I wouldn't stream it ever, like, with a camera pointed down. I think that would just be too awkward, and people wouldn't be able to see the cards as clearly and things like that. Like, I do like, there's a lot of quality of life stuff, like being able to do this, like, put the cards up and things, you know? There is a little bit of a sort of, you gotta get used to it a little bit. But I am very used to Tabletop Simulator because I play quite a lot. I actually played a Star Wars Legion tournament once on Tabletop Simulator. It was kind of fun. Cyclone says, it was the same for me. I test played 340k armies in Tabletop Simulator before buying it in 2020. Yeah. Right? It's so good for being able to demo stuff. I actually think Tabletop Simulator is really good. And a lot of more indie developers do work with Tabletop Simulator. For example, Legacy's Allure, a company I actually worked with, they have, like, their entire game was on Tabletop Simulator. And that was great because they were going for a Kickstarter so people could play the game and try it out. And it was a good game. They had nothing to fear, so they ended up getting a bunch of people kickstarting that way. And I thought it was really good. Tabletop Simulator literally made Games Workshop 1,400 quid. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, they're so terrified of it. They would say that, you know, they're losing out, like, thousands of dollars because of its existence. Because people are getting little Space Marines here and not having to buy the physical copies. But I think that's madness. Alright, okay, so let's do this. So we start with the trauma. Let's go. So we start on Base of the Hill. Base of the Hill is connected to each copy of Diverging Path. Investigate. If you succeed, instead of discovering clues, put a random set-aside Diverging Path into play. Resign. This is more than I signed up for. Okay. You cannot move into Ascending Path. When you try to follow the path leading further up Sentinel Hill, you somehow end up walking in a perpetual loop. Right, so I can't get there. I'm going to have to take a Diverging Path. Okay. Sure, no problem. Not great, but very sad. Edgy says, thanks for the detailed review, very helpful. I don't know Tabletop Simulator, but considering it because of what you mentioned that it takes a lot of time to set up the scenario. Yeah, like I would recommend checking it out on Tabletop Simulator before you buy into like a big system, like a living card game like this where, you know, I will say that the core set is relatively it's a nice buy-in price, but then if you want to keep playing the game, it's very expensive. So I do think that testing the game out, making sure that it's fun for you on Tabletop Simulator probably is worth it. Tabletop Simulator is relatively cheap, and this mod is free, right? It's kind of an illicit mod because you kind of have to go looking for it, but you'll find it if you go Googling for the Arkham Horror LCG Discord Tabletop Simulator. You'll probably find it. If not, let me know, and I can kind of on the down low. I can hook you up. Don't worry, I'll hook you up. Yeah, it does take a lot of time, but I would say that the physical version is a lot of fun. Diamond says, 2 cowboys are lost in the desert. One looks up and sees a tree covered in bacon. A bacon tree. We're saved, he says. He runs to the tree and gets immediately fired upon from all sides. It was not a bacon tree. It was a ham bush. Incredible joke. Incredible. You did miss Blood on the Altar, Decoy, if you're just joining us now. We've played through Blood on the Altar and Undimensioned Unseen. Now we're at Doom Awaits. And honestly, I'll say this much, like my review of Dunwich Legacy so far, the story's been kind of weak. The scenarios have not connected to each other. Like, there's been, like, really fun scenarios. But honestly, like, we could have dropped, like, the last, like, 3 scenarios, and we wouldn't really have missed much. Because now all that's happening is we're rushing up a hill to try and stop some cultists from ending the world by doing a magic spell. And honestly, like that could have been like 4 scenarios ago. If they had said, there's a bunch of cultists doing a magic spell up a hill, I would have been like, all right, let me get my dragon pool. Let's sort this out. Okay. Well, actually, you know what? Now that I've seen Conglomeration of Spheres and realized, I'm gonna get rid of the enchant weapon. I'm gonna mulligan that out. Because I'm not going to be using my weapon, at least against the Conglomeration of Spheres for a while. So let's get rid of that. And honestly, we don't need Voice of Ra, because we have Uncage the Soul. So let's get rid of that. And then let's draw 2 more cards. I think that's better, honestly. I do think that's better. Although, I would have loved Voice of Ra, now that I've got Greta Wagner. Okay, so what are we going to deal with? What are we going to do? Alright, so our first action. Does this thing have Hunter? Can it move to us? I think it can. Investigate. If you succeed, instead of discovering clues, put a random set aside. Oh, okay. So these are like set aside. So, okay. So I'm going to have to investigate to find my way out of here. So, first action. I'm going to play Uncage the Soul. That will allow me to play a 6th Sense for free. That's one action. Second action. I'm going to throw out a hot little shriveling for 3. Last action. Oh, wait, hold on. Do I investigate? What does this do? How do I get this over after if you perform no skill test? Okay. I'll tell you what I'll do, actually. Because this guy, this conglomeration of spheres, is gonna come eat me. He's gonna come eat me in a second. Although, could I kill him? I've got 3, 4. Versus 1. I could kill this conglomeration of spheres. Let's mess him up. Let's mess this dude up. Okay, my last action will be to I'm gonna get a resource. I want to put Greta Wagner out soon. Alright, and that is us Dunzo. Enemy phase, the conglomeration. Nailed it. Conglomeration of spheres comes and attacks me for 1 horror and 1 damage. Okay. And then upkeep, we draw a card. Didn't I get rid of this thing? Okay. Admittedly, pretty good. Actually, a pretty good thing to get right now. Because it deals +1 damage. Oh, no, that's fine. Oh, it's like more of a guaranteed attack. I'll just use my shriveling, I think. Discourse on the DL. Oh, yeah. Pixie says, maybe the story is better if everyone doesn't get kidnapped on or Lily run away entering new horror dimension. Yeah, look, yeah, I guess. There's a lot of scenarios here, and some of the campaigns are better than others. I will say that much. And I probably will play more on stream. I probably will play more of them. Maybe the Path to Carcosa or something next. Because some of them are a ton of fun. They really are. I think the next time I play, though, I'm probably going to play what's known as two-handed. I'm going to play 2 investigators so that I can play, like, a fighter and a clue gatherer rather than, like, having one person try to do it all. All right, so that was my upkeep. I popped my Doom up. I have a feeling it's really bad for this to get to 12. I got a feeling it's really, really bad. All right, and Doom goes up 1. Let's draw an encounter. Rotting Remains. Awesome, as always. So, I've got 3, 4 versus 3. Let's just... Do we burn a card? Nah, let's just go for it. -1. We're sweet. Take that. Take that. Okay, it's our turn. +2 damage with the razor. No conglomeration is non-elite, says Decoy. Yeah, so... Yeah, you're right, actually. I actually kind of assumed that the conglomeration was an elite, but it's not. So, we can beat him up. But I'm still not going to use it, I don't think. He's got 3... I think he has 3 health. Yeah, because I still have to attack him 3 times no matter what, I think. So, I'm going to shrivel this dude. I got 3, 4 versus 1. So, anything worse than a -3, basically. And I miss. What's a skull? What's a skull? Somebody tell me what a skull is. Please, somebody tell me what a skull is. -1. Sweet. We hit him for 2. I take a horror. Okay, second attack. Damn. Okay. Third attack. Wait, hold on. This attack deals +1 damage. Can I... Is this a... Add your... Ooh! Okay, hold on. We can kill him. Because we just dealt 2 damage to him. So he's got 4 health left. I got a Spectral Razor, this dude. Which will deal, like Decoy says, it's not an elite, so it deals +2 damage instead if the enemy is not elite. And I gotta throw a Vicious Blow in. Because this isn't like you go off your willpower. It's add your willpower value to your skill value for this attack. This is a fight. I'm punching this dude with my fist. With my fist. So, I'm gonna punch him. I get a +1. Okay, so we're at willpower 4 +5. We're at 9, 10, and we're dealing +4 damage, right? Because it's +3 damage. So, because it's +2 from this, and +1 from this, and then I deal 1 damage natively. So that'll deal 4 damage. Got him! Got him! Got the Conglomeration of Spheres. Get out of here, Conglomeration of Spheres. Not even a... Oh, I spent that. Not even a, an autofill can save your ass. Does he have victory? He doesn't. No, they're just like normal monsters, aren't they? They're kind of annoying. Alright, enemy phase. Nothing happens. And then upkeep. We draw a card. Cool. Cool. Alright, and then I kind of wanted a weapon there, though. This goes up to 5. I really don't like that. I really don't like how I'm genuinely, like, almost halfway up the agenda already. I'm not a big fan of that. Okay, click for an encounter. What's this? Oh my god, another monster. Furthest location away from me. A lupine thrall. What manner of wolf has that many teeth? I don't know. We'll find out later. We'll find out later, because he spawns up here. Sweet. Is he a hunter? He is. Okay. Let's investigate. So, we got 3, 4. We're trying to beat 3. Ugh. Let's draw a card. Ah! Flip a discipline. Let's flip over our fight. Second card. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's spend 2 on David Renfield. Put a doom on him. So, David Renfield give us +1 willpower. Let's put a doom on him and gain a resource. Goddamn David Renfield. At least he'll help us investigate, though. I'm feeling very slow at the minute. Enemy phase, the lupine thrall comes down. 1 more. Great. Then upkeep, we draw a card, gain a resource. This is kind of useless to us because we don't want clues in this one. We only flipped that over last turn. Okay, and then after this round ends, if you perform no skill tests, flip this asset over. So that actually flips over because... Oh, it cannot flip back this round. Okay, so it flips over at the end of next round. And then Doom goes up to 6, which is pretty terrifying. And we draw an encounter. What's this? Discard the top 3 cards of each investigator's deck. Each investigator shuffles his or her weakness. Nope. Damn, I could have used rosaries. That would have been nice. Though everything else was kind of pointless. Okay, let's investigate. Do we investigate using our book? That would put us... That would put us to would be 2, 3, 4, 5. Would be what that is. Nah, because we're at 3, 4, 5 anyway. So let's investigate using our willpower. Hey! We're at 5 plus 1. That puts us to 6. We'd be 3. Let's put a diverging path in play. If you succeed, put a random... Okay, and then I'm going to move to it as my next action. What's this? After you reveal it, take 2 horror if you have no actions remaining. Our first one was the investigate. Our second one was the move. We do have actions remaining. So let us... let's investigate again, I think. How the hell do we get up here? Wait, why would we get a clue from here? Why do we need a clue? Oh, I think I need a clue to, like, move up here. Okay, let's do our final action is to investigate. That's not gonna do it. We're at 3, 4, 5, -4. No, that's a fail. Very sad. And then let's exhaust David Renfield. Gain 1 resource for each doom, and we'll gain a resource. Cool. And then, enemy phase, that thing moves down. That's kind of annoying. I guess we'll have to shrivel him and then punch him. And then upkeep, promise of power, it's kind of dangerous. Okay, and then at the end of the round, our fist, kind of moves on. Alright, and then Doom goes up to 7. It's actually on 8 because of David Renfield. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to do this one. Like, this is so out of hand. I've just been too slow. I've been too slow. Okay, and then encounter card. Let's see what we get. Ancient Evils. Put another Doom on. That is not hot. Not hot at all. Right, our turn. Let's gain a clue. Let's investigate. So we're at 3, 4, 5, -1. That is an investigate, a successful one. We need one more clue. What damage does this deal? It'll deal 1 health, 1 blood. How many actions was that? Was first action. Our second action will be to draw a card, I think. Cool. And then our last action. No. Sorry. Our next action will be to move, is what we want to do. Because the looping thrall then will come here, and we're going to attack it. We're going to attack it with our shriveling. That's what we're going to do. Let's see. We have 3, 4, 5 versus 4. Hey, that's a hit. That's a hit. That actually hits him. I just realized, though, he's got 4 attack, which is a really risky hit. And then, as our free action, we're going to exhaust David Renfield and put our money up to 6. And then it's going to be the enemy phase. That's our actions all done. This is a tough hill decoy. Our actions are all done. The Lupine Thrall will hit us. And he'll hit a blood and a horror on David Renfield. Renfield is dead. That Doom is just 2 spooks. Just 2 spooks for me. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Upkeep, I guess. Okay, that's good. The dragon pole is good. I actually think we take we'll take an attack on that. Okay. Doom goes up 1. Draw an encounter. Beyond the Veil. Put it into play. If your deck has no cards in it, take 10 damage and discard it. So basically, if we ever run out of cards, we die. We take 10 damage unless we can like prevent that damage, which we probably cannot. It has Surge, we draw another one. Each investigator at a Sentinel Hill location test for willpower 4. If we fail, we take 2 damage. Sentinel Hill. Damn. Okay, well, I'm at a Sentinel Hill. So I'm trying to beat willpower 4. My willpower is 3, 4. That's it. We're at 4 versus 4. Let's do this. Hey, we beat it. We actually beat it. Nice. Okay, cool. I didn't see that coming. I actually didn't see that coming. Very good. We beat it. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm just going to take a hit. I'm gonna play Dragon Pull. Play it by 4. This Lupine Thrall attacks me for a blood and a horror. I'm going to say, I've had worse. I've had worse. This will fast when you are dealt damage and or horror. Cancel up to 2 damage and or horror just dealt. And then gain that many resources. So I'm going to cancel both of those hits. I don't take any damage and I gain 2 resources. Very nice. So my first action is to draw the Dragon Pull. And then I'm going to hit this dude. So you gain +1 fight for this attack for each of your arcane slots that is filled. If at least 2 of your arcane slots is filled, it deals +1 damage. Thank you very much for the cheer, Corey Ball. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Jam, says Draga. Hey there, Draga. Game name, please. This is Arkham Horror LCG. Draga. The Arkham Horror LCG. Okay. Let's see here then. So let's attack it with our Dragon Pull. So we have a fight of 4. Plus, we get +1 for each of our arcane slots. So it's 4, 5, 6. And then 7. With our Prescience of Fate discipline, which gives us +1 fight. So we're at 7 versus 4. That's a fail. That's a fail, unfortunately. Because 7 versus 4, yep, we needed -3 or better. So we take a damage and a horror. Let's attack it again. Okay, that is not a fail. We kill it. We kill it with that. Get out of here. Alright, our second action. Let's investigate. We're trying to beat a 3. We have... Actually, do you know what? No, yeah, let's do it. We got a 3. Trying to beat a 3. Our willpower is 3. Let's use 6th Sense. That lets us use willpower. So 3, 4 versus 3. Nope, that's not it. That's not it, sadly. Alright. Enemy phase. All the enemies are dead. Then upkeep, we draw a card. And gain a resource. Azure Flame. It's okay. Actually, it's not very good anymore. Oh, though, it's not too bad. And then we draw... Oh, God. It's getting out of hand so quickly. No problem at all, Draga. Okay. Right. Let's see what we got. Servant of the Lurker. Man, we really did not need more... more people attacking us, did we? For real, though. Like, for real. Oh, okay. He's got 5 health. We deal 2 damage with each attack. Alright. Okay, so our 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 7 versus 4. Let's do this. Okay, that's +2. So we hit him for 2 damage. Let's attack him again. What's that? Reveal another token. Okay. That's 4 damage he's taking. We need to hit him 1 more time with our final action. Let's do it. Skull. -1. Get out of here, Servant of the Lurker. This guy shows up and we just bop him. We bop him with our with our Dragon Pole stick. We just bop him a lot. Get bopped. Yeah, there we go. That ambush gets around. It sure does. Thanks very much for the follow there, Diamond Guitar. Your jokes are very memorable, especially when you repeat them over and over again. That is indeed commitment to the bit. That is indeed commitment to the bit. Right. Enemy phase. Nothing happens. There's no more enemies. Upkeep. Draw a card. Very nice. Goes up to 11 then. The Doom. We draw an encounter. Yep. That goes up to 12. And I can flip it. As you explore the path surrounding Sentinel Hill, the chanting at the hilltop rises to a crescendo and takes an otherworldly quality, reverberating through the trees as if carried by unseen currents. The world begins to change. The grass and trees dissolve like sugar in a cup of tea. A vast, endless sky slices through the reality you see before you, and you feel drawn to it, terrified and awestruck. The arcane power becomes distorted and seeps around you, creating strange alterations in the land. Shovel the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Can do, Chief, can do. It's not a problem at all. Alright, beckoning for power. Okay, right, we got some weird font going down here. Yeah, I think these cultists are up to something. The old ones were, the old ones are, and the old ones shall be. Not in the spaces we know, but between them they walk serene and primal, undimensional, undimensioned, and to us unseen. Yog-Sothoth shows the gate. Yog-Sothoth is the gate. Yog-Sothoth is the key and guardian of the gate. Past, present, future, all are one in Yog-Sothoth. He knows where the old ones broke through of old, and where they shall break through again. He knows where they have trod Earth's fields, and where they still tread them, and why no one can behold them. Okay then. Yeah, I'm guessing that these cultists are up to something very dastardly indeed. Very sad. Okay, our turn. I guess first action, I'll play Gret Wagner for 5. Puts me up down to 3. Second action, let's investigate. So we got 3, 4. Let's burn this for a 5. 5 versus 3. Come on. Okay, good. Right, we can put another path out, and that's our second action. Oh, this is our last action, actually. Because that was 1, we played Greta. 2, we investigated. 3, we go here. After you reveal it, discard the top 2 cards of your deck for each action you have remaining. I had no actions remaining. So I don't actually lose anything. There are no sounds here. No leaves rustle. No birds chirp. Not even the wind can be heard. This eerie glade is very annoying. It's got a 4 shadow. So it's going to be really tough to investigate, actually. It's going to be really tough to investigate. So I'm going to maybe... Oh, I'll just play Scene of the Crime. Yeah, very nice. Okay. Enemy phase, there are no enemies. Upkeep phase, I draw a card, gain a resource. I'll take it, thank you very much. And Doom goes up 1, we gotta hurry. We gotta be faster. We gotta be faster. Okay. Draw or encounter. Test 5, for each point you field by, discard the top card of your deck. Screw it, let's just go for it. We got 3, 4 versus 5. Alright, go. Right, so for each one, we discard a card. We field that. We field that. Oh, cool. Excellent. We got rid of a weakness. That's not too bad. All right. First action. First action, our turn. I'm going to play Scene of the Crime for 2, which discovers 1 clue at your location. Thank you very much, game. And then my next thing to do is they must immediately spend them in advance. Which I shall do. Which I shall do. Turns out they are just LARPers, says Pixie in reference to the cultists. Yeah, maybe. Very committed to the bit. During your search through the wooded paths around the base of Sentinel Hill, you come across a startling sight. A herd of sheep lies dead upon the ground in a secluded clearing. Their bloodied carcasses placed in a strange but careful pattern. Holding your nose against the stench of death, you step over the mangled sheep on your way to the center of the odd formation. In the center of the sheep lies the corpse of a man. A clear jewel has been pressed firmly into his forehead. Caving in the front of his skull, his eyes are wide, his face contorted in a vision of fear, as if beseeching you for mercy. Though you know better, you check for a pulse. As you touch the man's skin, the jewel in his forehead dissolves, and the woods around you seem to clear. Okay. Remove all clues from each location in play. The arcane presence masking the path further up the hill is faded. Reveal the ascending path. Okay, so I delete all clues. Reveal it. Okay. The ascending path. It's connected to each copy of Altered Path. Okay. Investigate instead of describing... Oh, okay. So, alright, cool. So that was 1 turn as my, Scene of the Crime is an action. So that was 1 action. Second action, whoops. And then third action is to move to the ascending path. We need to get up. We need to go. We need to go. And this is going to be tough, but I think with an Uncage the Soul and a Promise of Power, we might be able to investigate. Enemy phase, there are no enemies. Oh, wait, no, I gotta read this, actually. Ascending the hill. As you ascend the hill, the environment around you grows increasingly strange and otherworldly. The arcane energy feels even stronger here, crackling in the air and crawling on your skin. Clues cannot be placed on non-altered locations. When an investigator enters Sentinel Peak, advance. Right, okay. Whoops! Accidentally drew 2 altered paths. My bad. My B. Okay, Upkeep. Greta Wagner, what are you doing here? I don't need Greta Wagner right now. All right, and here we go. Doom goes up 1. We draw an encounter card. This again. Oh, we got like 16 cards. I think we'll be okay. So 3, 4 versus 5, minus 1. So again, we discard 2 cards. Get out of here, Eternal Injury. Hello, Enchant Weapon. Goodbye, Enchant Weapon. I've never drawn this and used it. This was the first card I bought, I think. No, it wasn't. The first thing I bought, I think, was the Cyclopean Hammer. This was like, or maybe this was the first thing I bought. I have never had this, I don't think, if I can recall correctly. It's very sad. It's such a good card, and I just haven't been able to use it ever. Okay. And that's it. Okay, that's not too bad. The visions of the past. Right, let's investigate here. Do we want to investigate? Do we want to go all out? Do we really want to go all out? How many clues do we need? Wait, hold on. How the hell do we get to here? As an additional cost to move, you must spend 2 clues as a group. Okay. Let's just go for it. Worth 4. Hey, awesome. Okay, we got rewarded for our risk taking. Okay, well, my second action will be to move. After you reveal it, take 1 horror for each action you have remaining. Investigate, move. I got 1 more, so I take a horror. I'll take it on Greta Wagner, though. Here you go, Greta. Enjoy your horror. Okay. No, this shouldn't be here. This can't be here. This is lost memories. That's pretty cool. So I, like, wandered into the woods and come across, like, my own memories. Oh, of the monastery, more than likely. My time trading. No. Okay. Cool. And I have 1 more action. Let's investigate. It's 2 versus 4. Minus 2. We get it. We get the clue. All right. Okay. It's time, Lily. Oh, it's getting intense. This is getting intense. We can do this. We need another clue. We need 1 more clue. Okay. I'm pumped up. All right. The music here is pretty banging, too. Pretty eerie. Right. There's no enemies. We draw a card. We gain a resource. Not a great card, but there we are. Doom counts up 1 more. We got 7 more turns. Draw an encounter. Rotting Remains. 3 willpower. For each one you feel by, you take a horror. In theory, this couldn't kill us. Okay. We have 3, 4 versus 3. It's not an altered. Minus 3. Oh! We take 2 horror. That hurt. Okay. That hurt. For each point you feel by, take 1 horror. Because we were 4. Minus 3. That brings us down to 1. Yeah. Okay. Our turn now. Action 1, move here. Action 2, investigate. This time we're just going to go for it. We're going to actually throw in some cards here, I think, just to make sure we get it. I'm going to throw in a Greta Wagner, I think. If I go for a 2, 3, 4, 5 versus... Yeah, I'm going to actually investigate this using just my brain, or my book stat. I'm going to get a +2 from Greta, and Greta comes with a 1 book on her passive stats. Hey, 5 versus 3 is a successful investigate. So that was 1, 2, and then our final action, we're going to go to this altar path. A shiver courses up your spine as you step forth onto the path, its root touched by a bizarre arcane power. Uprooted Woods. After you reveal Uprooted Woods, discard the top 5 cards of your deck if you have no actions remaining. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no! If we discard more, like, this will deal 10 damage to us. Which is really bad. Oh man. That's rough. I don't know if we can... I don't know if we can survive this. Okay. Upkeep then. Upkeep phase. Draw a card, gain a resource. I saw a Cyclopean Hammer in there too, which kind of sucked. Okay. Doom goes up to 4. It is getting very close, Decoy. It is getting very close. We have to get this. We have to get there. We have to get there. And then we have to figure out what the hell's going on. Okay. Let's draw a card. What is it? If there are no domination enemies in play, it can surge. Okay. What is it? Wizard of Yog-Sothoth. Oh, man. Okay. Not a fan of this guy. Right. So we have to fight this dude. He's got 4 attack. Okay. He's got 4 attack, 3 health. We can kill him in 2 turns if we... Oh, Greta Wagner. If we kill him, we can get a clue. Okay, right. Okay, awesome. So, we got 4 fights. So this wizard has like... These damn cultists are trying to stop us from getting to the top. I think not, Wizard of Yog-Sothoth. Okay, so our fight is 4. We get +1 from Greta. That's 5. Oh, this guy's wandered into the wrong neighborhood. Lily Chen is here. Okay, that's 5. And then we get +1 fight for each spell we have. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we have another fight for our Discipline of Prescience of Fate. That's 8 versus 4. 8 versus 4. Okay, let's do this. -2. That's a hit. That's a hit. So he takes 2 damage. We do the same thing again. 8 versus 4. That's a +2. He's dead. He gets killed. To the Shadow Realm with you, Wizard of Sothoth. And Greta Wagner, after you defeat an enemy, exhaust her and deal 1 damage to her. Discover 1 clue at your location. Bada bing, bada boom. That's really good. Yes, the gods are smiling upon us. That gives us another clue. Thanks to Greta Wagner. She takes the damage. Okay, awesome. So many actions. That was... Okay, and then we're going to go here. We're going to get to the ascending path with our final action. Next turn, we can make it to Sentinel Peak. And we can find out what the hell's going on there. And it's going to be a bunch of nerds trying to summon an evil god. And we're going to beat the hell out of them with our big stick. That's the plan. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. There are new enemies. We've killed all our enemies. Upkeep, we draw a card. And gain a resource. Okay, cool. And then Doom goes up to here. We got 5 more. At 10, this flips over. We're going to not let that happen. We're going to draw an encounter. And we're going to save the world. What's this? There are no abomination plays. Altered Beast does nothing. Oh, Jesus. Okay, test willpower 5. For each point you feel by, discard the top card of your deck. We're gonna throw in a hot Uncage the Soul here, I think. We do not want to feel this. We have 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 5. Seven, 8. We gotta do 8 versus 5. 5, okay, right. I don't, okay, Decoy's saying, why don't you promise of power? I don't want to promise of power this. I don't want to put the curses in my bag. I'm really worried. The curses could really screw me later. I think I'm better off burning these. I don't think I'm going to be using these at all. I really like Greta. I think that I'm going to want Greta as we go forward. So let's go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 5. Oh, 8. That puts us to 3. We fail by 2. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am so glad I threw. everything into that. Holy hell. Oh my god. Okay. We have to do this soon. Alright. Right. First action. Let's get the Sentinel Peak. We go here. We spend 2 resources. We flip it over. When an investigator enters Sentinel Peak, advance. Approaching the peak of Sentinel Hill, you are confronted by several citizens of Dunwich. The man in the center of their circle lets out a crazed laugh. Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh. Is that a crazed laugh? You recognize the man, Seth Bishop, from the description given to you by the townsfolk earlier. Behind him, several other men and women bow their heads in reverence, chanting in Latin. I had to take Latin at school, you know. I actually had to learn Latin at school, so I see these guys have gone to grammar school as well. We have done it, he cackles. We have accomplished what old Whitley and his git couldn't. You watch in revulsion as his eyes glaze over and twitch, as though he were reading something invisible. I can see it now! I can finally see! He raises his hands to the sky, and the headstone of the altar behind him splits open. So they're actually doing magic. So magic's real then, is it? I'm surprised. It's like after all this, I'm like, oh my god. I can't believe magic's real. A torrent of energy pours out of the stone, coalescing into the form of an open gate. Seth holds onto the stone in front of him to prevent himself from being sucked into the gate, but several of the others are startled and pulled through it. You barely manage to dig your heels in and grab hold of a nearby rock in time to resist the pull of the gate. Seth rises to his feet wearing an expression of pride. Put the set-aside Seth Bishop into play at Sentinel Peak. Oh my god. Okay. Seth Bishop is here. Look at him. Retaliate. He's got a 5 attack, which is really good. He has 6... No, he's just got 3 health. He's got 3 health. And he says he, Miss Corey, as how he sought to look for Seth's cows, frightened easy was, and found him in upper pasture near in the devil's hop yard in an awful shape. Half on him's clean gone, and high half of him that's left is sucked most dry o' blood, with sores on him. Okay, I don't know what the hell that means. Right. Okay. The gate opens. From the ruins of the headstone on the altar of the hill's peak, a gateway of churning, vibrant energy has appeared. A force like a hurricane erupts from the gate, bending trees and pulling debris onto it. The howling of the gale drowns out all other sound. Somehow, you must find a way to close the gate. Only investigators at Sentinel Hill may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. So this guy is here, and he immediately engages me. This is actually kind of good. So, hold on. How many actions did I have left? How many actions did I spend? Was it 1 action? 2 action, or 1 action to move? Is that the case? And then, now I'm here. So my second action is to hit him. Is to hit this guy with my stick. His attack is 5. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anything but a -3. Okay, good. I hit him. He takes 2 damage. Gotta beat the hell out of Seth. Come here, you nerd. Let's do this. Alright, my last action. Hit him again. Is this an altered space? It is not altered. Okay. It was here that the Whitleys used to build their hellish fires and chant their hellish rituals. We're at Sentinel Peak, which actually does have a bit of a bad thing. Okay. We hit him again. He dies. Get out of here, Seth. That's our last action, but because of Greta Wagner, she takes a damage, and I get to discover a clue at my location for free. Awesome. So I will take a clue from here. Next turn, we promise a power. We promise the Dark Gods, we beseech them for their assistance, and we gather as many clues as we can. We just have to not die. We just have to not die is the plan. There are things in here that will kill us. Because if we're forced to discard more cards, we'll die. Okay. Upkeep. We draw a card. Sweet. Okay. Doom goes up 1 more. Okay. And then we click for an encounter. This actually could kill us. We're at... For each one we fail by, we take a horror. I'm actually gonna promise a power this one, I think. To prevent it from killing me. I think I am. Yeah, I'm gonna promise a power this bad boy. Throw in some 2 curse tokens. Why does it say 3 and 4? Yeah, okay, there's 2 curse tokens in there. Alright, yeah, let's promise a power that bad boy. So we're at +4 to this. Yeah, it was basically anything but an auto-feel. We would have failed. Okay, cool. So we do not feel, we do not die. Right. My turn. Final turn. First things first, I'm gonna read the signs. Add your willpower value to your skill value for this investigation. You may ignore any effect or keyword which would trigger during an investigation. If you succeed, discover 1 additional clue at this location. So this is gonna assist me in doing my spell casting. So I'm gonna be searching via my book. Let's see. We got a head. So our book is 1, 2 for our native, and then we get +1 from Greta, so that's a 3. And then we're adding our willpower to this because of read the signs. So we got 3, 4. So we're at 4 plus 3 is 9. We're at 9 versus 4. Anything but an autofill. That's a number, Wang. We get it. Okay. Let's do this. We get the clue. With the read the signs. That brings us to 2. I spend the clues. I spend the clues. Let's do this. I spend the clues. You don't know how to close the swirling gate before you, and with each passing moment, the force from within it grows in strength. You fear that whatever entity the sorcerers have summoned from beyond approaches. With no time to spare, you turn to open the tome on the stone altar, desperate for answers. We did it! We did it! Yes! Open the tome! Find the answers! Let's do this! Resolution 1, right? It was resolution 1. Okay, let's do this. Resolution 1. The poorly bound tome appears to be the written records of old Whitley, the man who taught Wilbur Whitley the ancient secrets of sorcery. So like his DM, basically. You find a passage describing a place outside of time and space where worlds converge and Yog Sothoth dwells. Only by reaching this nexus at the edge of reality can you unmake the tear that has split open the world. It's a tear, sorry, not tear. Feeling as if you may be going to your doom, you muster a final ounce of courage and step into the gate. In your campaign log, record that the investigators entered the gate. There we go, we entered the gate. Spooky biscuits. Very spooky biscuits. Oh. Okay, I did not think that we were gonna make that, honestly. That was looking really dicey there for a hot second. It really was. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory display. So what do we earn? So we get 1 XP for the Servant of the Lurker. We get another XP for the Wizard of Yog Sothoth, which has got a gnarly ass art. Holy hell. We have another XP for Seth Bishop. So that's 3 XP. And then was there any locations? There was 2 for Sentinel Peak. So we got 2 XP for that. And there was no other XP. So that was 5 XP overall. Very nice. Very nice. I will gladly take 5 XP. I will gladly take 5 XP. For sure. I'll happily take that. Boop, boop, boop. Very nice. And that puts us up to 20 overall spent. Although I don't think I'm getting to 30. I think that's it then. So it looks like, just like from a cheeky little glance there, I think if I had a field I would have been driven insane and I would have lost the campaign. But I haven't. I've stepped through the gate. We're gonna be stepping in beyond space and time in the next scenario. So fare thee well, YouTubers. I shall see you soon. I shall see you in the next scenario. Mwahaha! Mwahaha!